Good morning, students. How are you? I hope you are enjoying your lockdown. One common question asked by many students through YouTube channel that they can write down these question answers in notebook. Yes, you can write down these question answers in notebook or any book which is available to you. Am I clear, students? Okay. Yesterday we learned that what is resource. Today our topic is types of resources. I repeat, types of resources. Resources generally classified into natural resource, human made resource and human resource. So today we will start with natural resource. What is natural resource? Resources that are drawn from nature and used without much modification are called natural resources. Air we breathe, water we drink are natural resources. Please write down our first important point. What is natural resources? Resources that are drawn from nature and used without much modification are called natural resources. For example, water we drink, air we breathe, minerals we used. Is it clear, students? Natural resources are further classified into different groups depending upon their development, origin and distributions. So please write down natural resources are further classified into different groups depending upon their level of development, origin and distribution. On the basis of development, natural resources can be divided into two groups: actual resources, potential resources. So, what is actual resources? Actual resources are those resources whose quantity is known. For example, petroleum and coal. So, what is potential resources? Potential resources are those whose entire quantity may not be known and not being used in present. For example, uranium found in Ladakh. Right now we don't know actual quantity of uranium, but in future we can use this uranium for electricity generation. Now is it clear, students? So please write down this important point. What is actual resource and what is potential resource? Actual resources are those resources whose quantity is known. For example, petroleum in West Asia and coal deposit in Jharkhand. What is potential resource? Potential resources are those whose entire quantity may not be known and not being used in present. For example, uranium found in Ladakh. Is it clear, students? Based on their origin, resources can be abiotic or biotic. So, what is abiotic resources? Abiotic resources means non-living resources. What is biotic resources? Biotic resources are living resources. For example, soil, rocks are abiotic resources. Plant and animals are biotic resources. So please write down this important point. What is abiotic and what is biotic? Abiotic resources are non-living, for example, rocks, soil and minerals. Biotic resources are living, for example, plants and animal. So, is it clear, students? Now, on the basis of renewable resources are further classified or categorized into renewable and non-renewable. Renewable resources are those which get renewed. For example, solar and wind energy. And non-renewable resources are those which have limited in stock. For example, petroleum and coal. If these stock are exhausted, it will take thousands of years to renew it. So, is it clear what is renewable and what is non-renewable? This topic you already studied in class 7 also. So, please write down what is renewable resource. Renewable resources are those which get renewed. For example, solar and wind energy. And what is non-renewable resource? Non-renewable resources are those which have limited stock. For example, coal and petroleum. Is it clear, students? Now, on the basis of their distribution, resource can be ubiquitous and localized. So my next question is, what is ubiquitous? Ubiquitous means resource that are found everywhere. For example, air we breathe. And what is localized? Localized means resource are found in certain places. For example, copper and petroleum. Is it clear, students? So please write down what is ubiquitous. Ubiquitous means resources that are found everywhere. For example, that air we breathe. Localized means resources are found in certain places. For example, copper and petroleum. Okay, students? Here I show you one video for this topic.
Types of resources can be classified into natural resources, human-made resources, and human resources. Let's look at each one of them in detail. Natural resources are the materials that come from the nature and are used to support life and meet people's needs. In fact, our homes, clothes, food, and plastics are all made from natural resources. Natural resources can be further classified on the basis of level of development and use, origin, renewability, and distribution. On the basis of level of development and use, resources can be classified as actual resources and potential resources. The rich deposits of coal in Germany and that of petroleum in West Asia are considered as actual resources because their quantity is known. Geothermal power found in Ladakh region in India is considered as potential resource because its quantity is estimated but not fully known. On the basis of origin, resources can be classified as biotic resources and abiotic resources. Resources having biological origin are called biotic resources. Therefore, resources such as plants, animals, coal, petroleum, and natural gas, etc. are biotic resources. Abiotic resources are non-living. Therefore, resources such as rocks, metals, water, soil are abiotic. On the basis of renewability, resources can be classified as renewable and non-renewable. Resources such as wind energy, solar energy, soil, and forests are considered as renewable resources because they are available in plenty and can be generated again and again when required. Resources such as coal, petroleum, metal, and natural gas are considered as non-renewable resources because they are present in limited quantity and cannot be regenerated within a short span of time. On the basis of distribution, resources can be classified as ubiquitous resources and localized resources. Ubiquitous resources such as water, wind, and soil are abundant in nature and can be found everywhere. Coal and iron are found in certain places. So they are called localized resources.
Okay students, I hope all the points are cleared. Bye.